What's up, dude? Um, I'm just waiting for a couple red candle closes on the 5 minute off of this 1 hour support right here, and then I'm gonna go short on the Dow US 30. But other than that, I don't really trade anything else on the Topstep account, but maybe I'll take some trades on my live account for CFDs, but we'll see. So if we get another candle close red off of this blue box here, I'm gonna sell it. Stops above the box, aiming for it to fill down somewhere in here. What strategy is that? It's my own strategy, my KCZ strategy, but I give it away completely for free on my YouTube channel, so you can go watch the videos about it. It breaks it down, and if you want proof of it working and actually being profitable, you can watch any of my live trading videos as well. Or I guess you can watch this live session, see if I can hit a trade. Like if this candle flips red or just closes red, I'm going to be taking a short, and the probability of it falling off of this support level is pretty high if that happens. And that's all. You can learn all of that for free in my fucking YouTube channel. So in 2 minutes, I might be taking a short position. Hopefully it happens. So hopefully I can get something. I kind of forced a couple trades. It's funny because earlier today I entered a buy right here, and then I closed it like right here for like $300 profit. But if I would have stayed in it, it'd probably be like $3,000 for this entire push up right here. And then I tried to sell it back down. Well, to be honest, in my community, I'm telling people that like even on like a 50K account, it's super easy to make like $250, which I did today. So that's what I'm showing kinda, is that if you're capable of getting funded on like a 50K account, you can quickly make like 250 bucks. And if you make that amount every single day for a full month, there's 20 trading days in a month. That adds up to $5,000 at the end of the month. Everybody tries to swing for the fences and tries to make $1,000 or like $5,000 in a single trading day. And that's what leads them to failing their challenge accounts or their prop firm accounts. And people don't realize that it's incredibly easy to make $200 on a 50K account. And that adds up to something pretty significant at the end of the month. So that's what you guys should be focusing on. Especially if, like, let's say you guys have been struggling with challenge accounts or you've gotten funded, but then you fail the funded account. It's because you're swinging for the fences. You see all these prop firms drop marketing or like an interview of like a trader that made like 20K, 50K or whatever. And it gets you hyped up. It gets you excited to swing for the fences. But these guys, usually they aren't for people's first payouts or consistent payouts, it's never massive numbers. It's always like $2,000 to like $5,000, and majority of payouts are that amount as well. So we didn't get a red candle close here, so I'm gonna wait to see if we continue pushing up and make new highs, which is probably going to happen. And then it would pretty much just invalidate my entire trade that I want to take. But if we do get a push up right now, like what it's doing, and then it starts to flip red again, then I will take the position, a short position, if we get 2 5-minute candle closes red. I'm waiting for a giveaway. Can you give me a free prop account? No. I gotta support my wife somehow, dude. Plus, being a man and asking another man for handouts, you're not gonna grow as a male at all. Or just as a person, I should say. Fucking make shit happen for yourself, dude. That's the harsh reality of the world, right? Like, you're not gonna get anywhere if you rely on other people giving you stuff. I want to get one more trade that either wipes the account or the balance that we've made today or pushes it into more profit. I could impulsively sell it right now and just play off like the wick of this current candle, but that's risky as fuck, and I don't really want to do that. Although if I did load up on 2 contracts, this is another thing about Topstep that I think is super fucking stupid, is how during the combine you can go up to 5 contracts, but when you're on the XFA you can only go up to 2 contracts. Because realistically, if I was able to go on to 5 contracts and I loaded up on 5 contracts at the top of this wick here, this would be like a couple $100 or even like a $500 wick down right here that I could enter and exit in 20 seconds and then I'd be fucking done, because that'd push me up to like $700. That's probably why they do it, to be honest, because With 2 contracts, this would only be like $200 maybe. I've got to hand it to them. Like their Topstep X is super, super sick. It's something that I'm actually hiring developers to develop for my own prop firms so that we have like an entire trading platform like this. Because it fucking makes things way better. Like a little bit of back end prop firm talk for people that don't know, but I actually do own like 6 prop firms. And right now we just run with CFD brokers for the accounts. And with that, it makes things a lot like shorter or a lot longer every single process. Because when somebody buys a prop firm challenge, you have to send APIs to brokers and then back to your servers to get login credentials for the accounts. But with Topstep X and Topstep, since it's their own platform and it's like web based, you can get instant login credentials, instant account creation. So like as soon as somebody pays for an account, they get login credentials. As soon as somebody pays for the activation, they get access to their XFA. It just makes things amazing. No NQ or ES. I don't know how to trade those, dude. Like this is only like my second account ever trading futures. I'm mainly like a Forex CFD guy. And I also own prop firms in the CFD space. So I know how to trade the US 30 and they allow you to trade the US 30 on Topstep. So I'm trying it out. I don't know how to trade NQ or ES though. Like these are the normal markets I trade with like my live account with Fusion Markets. It's like a CFD Forex brokerage. And these are the markets I trade. Now, I know you can trade US 30 on Topstep. You can trade Euro USD. You can trade cable as well. But the contract size for Forex pairs is actually super small. So, like, let's go on Euro USD, for example. And, like, let's say I loaded up on as many contracts as I could. And I aimed for the lows here and it hit. Like, this entire move would only be like $200-300. So it's not really worth it to trade Forex pairs on like a futures platform like this. Yeah, I will say this, like Forex is, in my opinion, I like it a lot more just because I think it's what I've been trading since like 2018. But what happened to Fusion Markets? Nothing happened to Fusion Markets. I'm just trading on my Topstep account for this live stream. But the thing is that like I think it's because I've been profitably trading Forex since like 2018. So that's why I like it a lot more. But I will say being able to trade futures on like a platform like Topstep X is it's fun. It's fun to be able to put the position on the chart and like move around your shit. It makes it incredibly easy. And like I said, like that's what I want to bring to my own prop firms in the CFD space. But like I'm still like learning contract sizes and everything because like this is only like my second account ever trading futures, right? Whereas I'm used to like lot sizes, not contracts. So if we get some candles turning red here, I'm still short bias because overall on US 30, like we're clearly in a downtrend. And for people that don't know, these little boxes that I have marked out everywhere are just significant support levels that we've had price reactions off of. So I'm just waiting to see if this flips red, if this is just a flag up in the downtrend before it continues pushing down. But if we do break up above it and then use it as support like that, then my bias would flip long for the day or for the rest of the day. But I do think since like with prior data, we used it as support. So when price is trading above this blue box that we're currently floating in, it uses that as support. And then when it's trading below it, it uses it as resistance. So the most probable thing that'll happen is since we are trading below it and we're coming back up to see if we're going to break above it, is that we're actually going to use it as support. And we have clear data showing us that if price is trading below this blue box, that it's going to bounce back down off of it. So we're just waiting for confirmations for that. And my confirmations are 2 red candle closes to the downside. And you guys can all learn like my entire strategy and what I'm talking about completely for free on my YouTube channel as well. But if we do start to show signs of my entry model and rejections here, it could possibly be a pretty big trade because we could be assuming this downtrend and it could like fill to the bottom of the lows here. But the probability of me holding it for that long is pretty low, honestly. I'm just looking to see if I can milk a bit more to bring my account balance up a little bit, or if I just lose it all. That's my goal. So if this next 5-minute candle closes red, I'm going to go short and put my stops above here probably. And then I'm not necessarily going to be setting like a take profit. I'll just follow it and then I'll close it in a few $100s or whatever. And we will see if it wants to close red in the next 4 minutes, and then I'm going to short it. I'm just going to put 1 contract on just because, like I said, I'm pretty new to futures. I'm a Forex guy and CFD guy. I'm more used to lot sizes. And I can I can calculate it in my head if I'm using lot sizes. Like if I were to enter a position here, I know if I put like a 10 lot in, we're going to have like $1,000 risk or whatever. But with contracts, it's different and I don't really understand it. So, and I would suggest everybody do this. Like you shouldn't just put your full position size off of your first bias. Like you should definitely test the waters and put like a smaller position size, whether you're trading like CFD, Forex, or futures. And then as price pushes into your analysis, you should definitely scale in. And that's how you should be doing like prop firm challenges in general. Because like if you think about it, like why the hell would you risk your entire 1 to 3% or whatever the hell you're risking on your first try at your analysis when I could be right of it assuming this overall downtrend, right? But my bias or like my entry could be wrong. So it's possible that I enter here because I think this is where it's going to go short, but it pushes up, spikes us out, but it still continues on the overall downtrend. So most people, they will risk their full amount, whatever that is, on their first try of their bias. And then if it gets stopped out, they're like, oh shit, I'm done for the day. But then they log on later on in the day and it does this and it still assumes their bias in their analysis, but just later on in the day. So like you should never risk your full amount on your first try of your analysis because it's possible your entry's wrong, but your overall analysis of the market is correct. So you just wait for it to show another sign of rejection at another significant spot, and then you go short and you try out your analysis again. And then as it pushes into your bias, that's when you actually scale into the position to your full position size or whatever. So in the next minute, if this candle right here closes red, I'm gonna go short. Try out a contract, see if I can make a couple $100 off of it to push the account balance up to like 500-600. Or if we get stopped out and lose it all, that's fine too. But this will probably be my last trade on the Topstep account. And then maybe it is kind of late in the session. It's like 11 a.m. And New York Open for me is 7:30. So there's probably not going to be much volatility in any of these markets. The only one I can think of would probably be like Bitcoin or Solana. But I would trade those on my live account, CFD, with Fusion Markets. So in 30 seconds, this candle closes red, I'm going to go short. But even if it closes like a little bit red, I'm going to short it just because fuck it, you know? I want to get a position on this live stream at the very least, whether it's a winner or a loser. Okay, I'm going to enter. And my position is going to look something like this initially, but the probability of me holding it for as long as the take profit or the stop loss is pretty low. So we'll see what happens. And honestly, like I said, like if you watch any of my live trading videos, the probability of me holding shit to full take profit is pretty low, just because like since we are scalping, it's possible that we go down and we chop back up and then we continue chopping back down. And since we're scalping, like you want to take the profits when you got them, especially since like I'm on like an XFA account that's withdrawable. If you're trading like live capital or you're trading with a prop firm that you can withdraw, there's no point of waiting through these flags up in your analysis when, let's say for whatever reason, like it does spike down and then it starts to show signs of rejections off of this support level. Like why the fuck would I give back the profits I've already made when I could just get stopped out or close the trade and then re-enter again up here, you know? That's also another thing I see people like suck at prop firms or just trading challenges or just in general trading, is that like they'll risk their full position size on their first try at their analysis, and in tandem with that they won't lock in profits when they got them. Like there's no reason not to. Like the only reason why people don't lock in profits when they got them is because they've been poisoned to think that it's not a good trade if it doesn't fill this fucking thing on the chart. Like this is meaningless. This is just to help you visualize like what's happening with the trade. Like you could still have your analysis correct. Like it doesn't matter how far it pushes down. If it pushes down from the point of your entry, you got your analysis correct. You just got, the only thing you got wrong is how far you thought it was going to push. But you did know that it was going to push down off of this spot here. And most people are like, I'm just going to hold it and see what happens. And then like I said before, like it chops around, it pushes down into profit, comes back up, spikes them out, and then it tanks down. Like why the fuck would you not lock in profits right here? You got your trade right. The only thing you got wrong is where it was going. At the end of the day, nobody gives a fuck about your win rate. Nobody gives a fuck about your trading stats, your risk to reward. All of that is complete bullshit. It's just like stuff people say to give them some marketing, like a marketing edge in selling you like their unprofitable trading strategy or whatever. So I'm hoping in like the next few candles that we do get some big push downs, at least to the bottom here. That's what I'm hoping anyways. And if that doesn't happen, I might just close the trade because I don't like holding shit through chop, because the longer you hold a scalp trade through chop, it's possible that it comes up, spikes you out, and then continues falling. Like, why? I don't want to wait through that. I'd much rather get out of the trade and wait for it to show clear signs of rejections and enter over here, you know? Be right back. Nothing is happening. This is perfect. But the thing is, the thing I like about this trade is how there is like a little bit of a 5 minute support here. And we did initially have a candle close below it, but now it looks like it's coming back up. So if this candle closes green in this little area right here, like it looks like it's going to do, it looks like it's going to probably be consolidating in this price range. So it'll probably bounce around a bit, which I don't want to wait through. Like if it does just want to like bounce around here before it figures out where it wants to go, I don't want to wait through that. So it's possible that I close the trade after this candle closes green inside of it, if it does. But if it does flip red, like if it pushes up, it finds resistance, and then it flips back down and turns red, that's a clear sign that it's going to continue falling. So that's what I'd be waiting for in the next 2 minutes here. But if that doesn't happen, then it's probably going to be consolidating in this price range like it has been for the past like 30 minutes. Which I personally don't want to wait through, but I don't know. to each their own. Some people like waiting through chop before they get stopped out or before it pushes it into their analysis. I personally don't. Another thing I see a lot of people do wrong in prop firm challenges and stuff is they just they think that they can pass a challenge when they don't even when they have never generated a significant amount of profit on any account. Like at that point you're just gambling and you know it, and you just are lying to yourself just because, like I said, you've been sucked in by the prop firm's marketing of them showcasing somebody getting a big payout, or you hear somebody talking about getting a big payout on like social media and you're like, oh, I can do that. So then you buy with like their affiliate code or whatever, and then you just fail. You see it all the time. All the time. So if this candle flips red, like what it looks like it's doing, it looks incredibly healthy that it'll continue falling, because that means that like it did find some resistance at this price range and now it wants to continue rejecting off of it. So now we're in this little other 5-minute little key consolidation zone. And usually when you get a candle close like that, it tends to fill it. So it'll usually come down and fill it to the bottom here, and then it might bounce around a bit and continue falling. But if we do get a strong push over the next 5 or 2 candles, so 10 minutes, if we get a push down like that, I will probably just exit the trade, and then that'll put me up more on this XFA, and then I'm fucking done. But it looks incredibly healthy that it looks like I might have like entered into the correct spot of the reversal. So we're in an overall downtrend today. We came up for a flag, and then we're starting to show signs of rejections off of this level here. And that's why I entered the trade when I did. And I really want this candle and the next candle to have big bodies, red, that close something like this, and then I'll exit off of that. Realistically, I probably could be trailing my stop off of it, but I don't want to, especially since I've already made a profit today on this XFA. And it's possible, like I could even like enter in another contract right now and then just trail my stop loss even more, because we are starting to show signs of resistance off of this little 5-minute support resistance level I've marked out here. So I could enter another contract and then put my stops below there or above there. And that it would have to go through this support resistance level that it created to hit my stop loss. So maybe that's probably what I should be doing. So then I don't even have to hold it all the way down here to maximize on the profits I'm making. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. Let's see what happens. So I trailed my stop, or I entered another contract, and then I trailed my stop above these highs here. So it looks something like this now. And for people that are new to watching me or like don't know about my trading, is like I almost never hold to full take profit. I am a firm believer that you shouldn't be stuck in your initial bias. Like it's possible, like we're clearly in an overall little uptrend on the 5-minute here. And it's possible that this is just another flag down before it continues pushing up. Like it's possible I'm wrong, but either way, I am right about the reaction to the downside off of this big 1-hour support level. And I'm just trying to maximize the move but you don't want to stay in it for too long because, like I said, my overall bias could be wrong, but I am right about the reaction that I entered right here. So I'm just trying to maximize on it as much as possible. But if we do flip green, like I said before, and we start trading above this little 5-minute support resistance level, then I'm probably going to get stopped out, but that's okay. Then we'll just call the trading session. Yeah, with the XFA, you have a trailing drawdown. So, and it's like immediate. So, like if I go into like $300 profit, like I am now, you only have $2,000. So that $2,000 buffer, it goes up to like $1,700 now. So it's pretty tight. And the stupid thing with Topstep is this: is let's say I make $2,000 on this XFA. That gives me entitlement to 50% of the profit, so I can withdraw $1,000. But that doesn't mean that I can now, on my next payout cycle, that doesn't mean I have $2,000 of drawdown that I can risk like initially. Your whatever the 50% profit that you leave into the account off of your payout, that becomes the max amount that you can lose after your payout. So that's why like it's kind of stupid. So like let's say you make like $1,000 and then you get a payout, your payout will be 500, but that leaves the other 50%, which is 500 in your account. That means that you can only risk $500 before you get stopped out of your next payout cycle account. Do I go live every day? No, I don't. I don't really have time for it, honestly. I would like to go live every single day, but I also know with like the social media game, like you have to put a lot of effort into it before you start making any money, but my social medias don't make me any money, so there's not really a point of me allocating time to it when I do own 6 prop firms and other businesses that I allocate my time to that actually make my money and pay my bills and allow me to support my like wife and stuff. So it's a trade-off. Like I would have to take away time from things that actually make me money. So I might just exit the trade right here, honestly. So I'm going to exit the trade. The reason why I'm exiting the trade is because we used this area as prior support before. So the probability of it wicking up before it continues pushing down is high, and I don't want to give back the profits I just made. So it is what it is. So if you made $5,000 and the drawdown for the next cycle is 2.5, yeah. So that's why with people with like Topstep, that's why you will never see somebody take like a small payout. They will almost always try to make at least $4,000 because after you get a payout, your remaining 50% of whatever you took out becomes your drawdown. This is fake chat. He blew his XFA already. How did I blow my XFA when my account balance is 600? Plus, they automatically close your account once you do blow your account. Like you can't even be on Topstep X. So yeah, that is crazy, but you also have to realize that Topstep is one of the biggest prop firms ever. So they have to have some kind of rule to like actually like mitigate payouts in the long run, right? Nah, dude, I ain't showing you shit. You came into the chat hot, so I'm not even gonna acknowledge you anymore. You can say what you want, but you ain't getting shit out of me. But yeah, that's a trading session. Made a quick extra $400 on the XFA. It still looks healthy to continue pushing down. So, but I personally like locking in profits. Like I was already up like $400, whatever, down here when I exited. But look, now it's wicking back up off of the spot like I said it would, and I would only be up $200 now. So there's literally no point of giving back profits when you already got them. It doesn't even say express. Dude, I don't know if English is your first language, but look right here. Anyways, that's the trading session. It's possible I go live again tomorrow, but like I said, I'm pretty busy with the 6 prop firms that I own. So I don't really go live that much. And let's see if I can run this account up to, I'm thinking if I can get it up to like $5,000, that's when I'll request a withdrawal. But other than that, you guys should all join my free Discord because I give away everything for free. My trading strategy, exactly how I trade, absolutely everything for free. So go check that out for sure. And if you guys haven't seen my trading course, go check that out as well. It's all free on my YouTube.